My name is Claud Williams. I've been an entrepreneur for about 12 years now. I started my first business when I was 17. Although at the time I honestly didn't think of it as being a business. It was organising sports training camps and tournaments. I ended up getting into that because I was injured. I used to be big into basketball, don't jump high, I can jump very high. But yeah, so because I was injured that summer, I ended up starting up this business, just something to fill my time. You can only play PlayStation for so long. Throughout the next couple of years, I went on to set up a number of businesses. The one I was most known for while I was at university was a photography brand. I used to do portrait photography as well as event photography, and that went pretty well. But by the time I graduated, I realized that it wasn't going to be enough to support me the way I wanted to and give me the lifestyle that I wanted. So I later evolved that into more of an agency, doing marketing, doing web design. I changed my client base from being general consumers to working with large clients, and I ended up having my university become my biggest client at the time, which was Lock University. A couple of years later, I managed to get sort of like an investment deal from the university to take the business to the next level. And yeah, like in all honesty, things were great. It was like in terms of what it looked like on the outside. We were making money, we had new things coming our way, we had doors opening up. However, I found that despite all the kind of signs of success, I wasn't actually fulfilled at all. I was finding it hard to get out of bed to go and work for my own company. I wasn't feeling motivated, and I needed something else I had to do with my life. So I decided to take some time out and do some soul searching. That's probably when I got quite big into reading as a whole. And during that time, I basically decided that, yeah, there's the thing that fills me up the most, the thing that motivates me, the thing that pushes me is helping other people, first and foremost. So although I had this business that was making me money, and it looked good, I was winning awards, all that sort of stuff, I realized that didn't really matter at the end of the day, at least not for me. Obviously, everyone has their own motivations, like if pursuing money is what you want to do, I'm not here to judge. But for me personally, I decided that I wanted to do more with my life because you only get kind of one shot at this, if you know what I mean. And I wanted to take things further. So yeah, essentially, to cut a long story short, I decided in 2014 to run the business that I run now full time. I didn't know how I was going to make money, but I decided that I was going to be stubborn about the destination, which is helping people to turn their dreams into reality, and I'll be flexible about the route of how I got there. So over the years, we've tried lots of different methods, from doing events to online courses to coaching, lots of different methods. But at the end of the day, to me, it's like none of that mattered of what we was doing as long as we was accomplishing our end goal of, like I said, helping people turn their dreams into their reality. So in terms of what I was saying before, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a chance to answer any questions or talk to me about any things that you have any challenges with. But before I do that, there's literally one lesson that I want to leave with you guys, which is something I wish I learned as basically early on in my process. And that main lesson is simply this, is to learn how to focus on the things in your life that are important but not urgent. So for a lot of us will, if I ask you to divide your time up, you'll be able to identify things that are important and urgent, because those are the things on the top of your mind right now. Those are your deadlines, those are the emails you've got from clients or your boss or whoever else in your life. Like the things that if you was to ignore them right now, there will be immediate consequences for. However, what I've found is the more time that we're able to spend on tasks in our lives that are important but not urgent, that will be where you see the biggest level of change in your life. So let me give you an example. If, let's say I was trying to start a tech company, like which I'm doing right now, but I didn't know how to do that in terms of actually building the physical product itself. A task which would be important but not urgent would be me, for example, taking the time to learn how to code. The reason why it's not urgent is because if I never did that task, then simply nobody's going to get on my case about it. I'm not going to get in trouble. No one's going to come up to me in a couple of months' time and be like, what's going on? However, if I did take the time to invest in developing that new skill set, then it would mean that a lot of the things that I'm struggling with today, or a lot of things which seem urgent to me today, they will no longer be a problem, because I'll be able to use the skill set that I have in one area and solve issues in others. You get what I'm saying? To give you just an even more simple example is, for example, people learning how to drive. Once again, if you never pass your driving test, for most of you, that's not going to be a huge issue. People are not going to be in your pace about it. However, if you was to learn how to drive, then it gives you more options, because you can take jobs in different places, you can get places by yourself, etc., where you're not dependent on stuff like public transport, and so on and so forth. And like, those are just two like really simple examples. But if in your own lives you take the time to think about what are the things that are, like I said, important but not urgent, and I think you'll find if you can spend more time working on those tasks in particular, you'll see the biggest changes in your lives moving forwards.